You know that guy you filled out the survey for? His score is B. He's a guy with promising potential, but he has work to do. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is very sincere and hardworking, so he's not just all talk, he truly puts in the effort every day. He likes to plan things out and get satisfaction from doing his work well. You can trust him to be reliable and consistent, but don't expect him to push himself into the spotlight.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he stays calm and doesn't lose his temper or panic. He'll quietly process what's happened and keep working hard to fix what he can. He won't lash out or create drama, but he may shut down emotionally for a while.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually see him as dependable and hardworking, not someone who stirs up drama. He isn't the type to pick fights or argue. If there's a problem, he'd rather keep to himself or quietly step back than cause a scene. Overall, he gets respect for his discipline, not for being the life of the office.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He's the kind of man who will feel genuinely happy for you if you do well in your career. He cares deeply about the people close to him, so he'll show support in small, thoughtful ways, even if he doesn't shout it from the rooftops. You'll find him quietly cheering you on, even if he doesn't always say a lot.
What if you start earning more than him?
He is unlikely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He values his own work and finds satisfaction in doing his best, not in competing with you. He might sometimes pull back into himself and avoid talking about it, but he won't let it hurt your relationship.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is very careful with money and likes to plan where it goes. You'll find that he keeps track of spending, pays bills on time, and avoids careless shopping or risky bets. He prefers things to be in order and hates the thought of wasting resources.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. Flashy displays or showing off just aren't his style. You won't have to worry about hidden debts or surprise expenses with him.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is kind at heart and cares deeply for others. But when it comes to money, he tends to be careful and cautious. He will help someone in need and show his love with thoughtful acts rather than grand gifts. You'll find that his kindness shows in quiet support and gentle gestures, not in spending big or making flashy promises.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's usually straightforward about money and prefers to keep things clear and organized. You'll find that he likes to know where every rupee goes, and he will quietly make sure everything stays in order. His approach is more about making sure things are steady and planned, not about keeping power over you.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes in a fair and organized home, so he's more likely to see housework as something both people should share. He's not someone who will just dump everything on you or think cleaning and chores are your job alone. In fact, he likes things to be tidy and in order, so he'll quietly pitch in to keep the house running smoothly.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the kind of man who actually rolls up his sleeves and does the work, not just supervise from the side. He likes things to be clean and organized, so he won't just sit back and watch you struggle. He may not be overly cheerful or excited about it, but he'll do what needs to be done.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the type to argue just for the sake of winning or proving he's right. Instead, he tends to listen quietly and think about what you're saying. Even if he doesn't always say much in the moment, he truly wants to understand your side and won't fight just to defend himself.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he usually stays calm and doesn't lash out with hurtful words or aggressive actions. He isn't the type to shout, insult, or create chaos when upset. Instead, he is more likely to become quiet and keep his feelings inside, maybe needing some time alone to cool off.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not the kind of man who gets angry quickly. He has a steady nature and can keep his cool even when things go wrong. His calmness is a strength, not a red flag.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is the kind of man who can say sorry and take responsibility when he's wrong, though he might not always say it loudly or right away. If he makes a mistake, he'll think about it quietly and try to make things right rather than blame you or push the fault onto others. He doesn't like fights or drama, so he will avoid blaming games and handle things in a calm and steady way.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no truly means no. He is sensitive to the feelings of others and wants to make sure you feel safe and comfortable, never pressured or uneasy. Even if he feels disappointed or hurt, he won't push you to do something you don't want to do. He values peace and mutual respect in a relationship, and your limits will matter to him.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He's not the type to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of sulking or making you feel guilty, he will likely give you space and try to understand. He cares about your comfort and will quietly respect your feelings without making it about his own pride.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and respect. He values trust in a relationship and would never use your personal moments to hurt, shame, or embarrass you later. With him, what happens between you in private will stay safe and respected.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is naturally loyal and not someone who gets easily distracted by other women. When he commits, he takes it seriously and values the trust between you both. Instead, he prefers steady, deep connections and feels happiest in a stable partnership.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not the type to be overpossessive, jealous, or controlling. He trusts quietly and gives space without needing to check up on you all the time. He values peace and doesn't want drama, so you won't see him picking fights or trying to control your every move.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side is not a cover for being controlling. He truly wants the people he loves to feel safe and comfortable, but he isn't interested in running your life or making all the decisions for you. With him, care comes from the heart, not from a desire to control or dominate.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to carry all the responsibility alone. He likes things to run smoothly and understands that raising kids takes work from both parents. He may do things in a quiet way rather than making a big fuss, but he believes in sharing both the work and the care.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will usually stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't snap or shout when things go wrong. Instead, he keeps his cool and tries to handle the situation quietly. The children will feel safe knowing they won't face sudden anger from him.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He understands that you have your own dreams, needs, and identity beyond just parenting. He won't expect you to lose yourself in motherhood or forget who you are.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he is not the kind of man who would support your career now only to ask you to quit later. His care and support are steady and genuine, not a trick to change after circumstances shift. He respects your choices and wants a home where both partners can grow, both as parents and individuals.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with basic respect, but he might not be very warm or outgoing with them. His care often shows in quiet, practical ways, making sure they are comfortable or helping with small needs rather than through lively conversation or big gestures. His politeness may sometimes come off as distant, but it's sincere. He is more likely to try to quietly adjust to your family than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He's not the kind to lose his temper, argue, or create drama when pressures build up. Even if the situation is tense, he remains steady and tries not to add to your worries.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is not the kind of man who will demand you act like a totally traditional supportive wife just to please his relatives, even if he is quiet or prefers order. He values peace more than putting on a show, so he won't pressure you to suddenly change your personality in front of others. His main concern is that things run smoothly and everyone feels respected, not that you pretend to be someone else for appearance's sake.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he's more likely to stay quietly by your side rather than take their side or leave you alone. He may not jump into the middle of an argument or speak big words, but his support will be steady and gentle. His loyalty is quiet but real. He wants you to know you're not alone.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy in the sense of blindly following his mother or letting her control his decisions. If there's a conflict between you and his mother, he may not loudly confront her, but he will quietly stand by you and make sure you feel supported. His way of choosing your side is gentle and steady, standing beside you, listening to your concerns, and finding ways to ease tension without disrespecting anyone.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind of man who will share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and keeps personal matters between the two of you rather than involving others. You can feel safe and respected with him in this way.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy gets a B. He's a guy with potential, but he has work to do to live up to it. Being with him day in and day out means having steady support, quiet care, and a peaceful home life. He won't shower you with grand displays or constant excitement, but he's always dependable, someone you can count on to do his share and respect your space.